What if I told you that the richest man in the city cries himself to sleep every night? That the person everyone wants to become is the same person who wishes he could go back and change everything? This is the story of Marcus Chen, a man who built a $10 billion empire, but lost something far more valuable along the way. Marcus grew up in a small apartment above a laundry shop. His parents worked 16-hour days just to keep food on the table. Every morning, young Marcus would wake up to the sound of washing machines and the smell of detergent. While other kids played outside, he helped fold clothes and sweep floors. But Marcus had a fire inside him. He would stand at the window, watching luxury cars drive by, and promise himself that one day, he would never be poor again. That one day, his parents would never have to work another day in their lives. At 17, Marcus started his first business with $200 he saved from working weekend jobs. He bought broken electronics from garage sales, fixed them in his tiny bedroom, and sold them for profit. His parents thought he was wasting his time. His friends laughed at him, but Marcus didn't care. He had a vision. By 22, he had saved $50,000. He dropped out of college and invested everything into a tech startup. He worked from a cramped garage, sleeping 3 hours a night, eating instant noodles for every meal. For 2 years, he poured his entire soul into that company. And then it collapsed. Every investor pulled out. Every partner left. Marcus lost everything. He was left with $17 in his bank account and a broken dream. That night, Marcus sat in his car, parked under a bridge, with nowhere to go. He had disappointed his parents. He had failed himself. For the first time in his life, he thought about giving up. But as he stared at the city lights in the distance, something inside him refused to break. He remembered that young boy standing at the window, making a promise. And he realized that failure was not the end. It was just the beginning of a different path. The next morning, Marcus walked into a coffee shop and wrote down everything he learned from his failure. Every mistake, every wrong decision, every warning sign he ignored. He filled 20 pages. And then he started again. This time, he was smarter. This time, he built relationships before he asked for money. He listened more than he spoke. He focused on solving real problems, not chasing quick profits. He worked even harder than before, but this time with strategy, not just passion. 3 years later, Marcus launched a software company that revolutionized online payments. Within 5 years, it became one of the fastest-growing companies in the world. He became a billionaire at 32. Marcus bought his parents a house by the ocean. He donated millions to charities. He was on magazine covers and television interviews. Everyone wanted to know his secret. Everyone wanted to be him. But here's what nobody knew. Marcus had a daughter named Sophie. When she was born, he was building his company. He missed her first steps because he was in a business meeting. He missed her first words because he was on a flight to close a deal. He told himself it was temporary, that once the company was stable, he would have all the time in the world. But the company kept growing, and Marcus kept working. One more deal, one more meeting, one more year. Sophie grew up with nannies and drivers. She had everything money could buy, but the one thing she wanted, she never got. Her father's time. By the time she turned 16, she stopped trying to reach him. She stopped asking him to come to her school events. She stopped waiting for him at dinner. And Marcus told himself she understood. That she knew he was doing this for her. For their family. Then one night, Marcus came home early for the first time in months. He found a letter on Sophie's desk. It was her college essay. The prompt was, "Write about someone who inspires you." Marcus smiled as he picked it up, expecting to see his name. But as he read, his heart shattered. Sophie wrote about her grandfather, about how he worked hard his entire life, but never missed a single moment with his family, about how he taught her that success means nothing if you're alone at the top, about how she wished her own father understood that. The last line broke him. "My dad built an empire, but forgot to build a home." Marcus sat in his office that night, surrounded by awards and achievements, and realized something that no business degree ever taught him. He had won the race, but lost the prize. He had everything, but had nothing that truly mattered. The next morning, Marcus made a decision. He stepped down as CEO. He didn't retire, but he restructured his life. He started having breakfast with Sophie every morning. He attended her games, her performances, her everyday moments. At first, she didn't trust it. But slowly, day by day, they rebuilt what was broken. Today, Marcus still runs his companies, but differently. He's no longer the richest man in the city. But when you ask him if he has regrets, he'll tell you this. I spent 20 years climbing a ladder, only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. Success is not about how much you gain. It's about what you refuse to lose along the way. So here's the lesson. The world will always celebrate your achievements, but it won't remind you about the people waiting for you at home. It won't tell you that money can buy everything except time. And it won't warn you that the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets, unless you bring the people you love with you. Chase your dreams. Build your empire. But never forget why you started. Never forget who you're really doing it for. Because the greatest success in life is not measured in dollars. It's measured in moments. And once those moments are gone, no amount of money can bring them back.